Thanks for joining me. Hello, everyone. Quick episode, really just to make an offer. I've been wanting to give something away, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to give away because I've had too many people comment about my emotion pillow. So if you're on YouTube, you're watching me hold it up right now. My emotions sensation wheel pillow. I got it from Lindsay Broman, and I did purchase her wheel. So those of you who have had me send you the wheel, I did purchase her licensing through this. So I bought her work and I bought her pillow. I love this pillow that helps you connect your emotions to sensations. So I'm going to talk just a minute about why this is so important. But for those of you who want this pillow, it's a pillowcase. You got to put it over your own pillow, but it is very durable. I'm like doing a sales pitch for her. It's very durable. It comes with cleaning instructions, but I love it because, again, if you can't see me on YouTube, I'm going to just read it for you. But it starts off with those basic emotions like anger, fear, surprise, happy, sad, and disgust. Each one are in its different colors. Then it moves out to when you feel, I'll take sad. You feel sad. Sad might include guilt, abandoned, despair, depressed, lonely, apathetic. Then what it does in the very outer circle of the wheel is it describes the somatic experience that correlates with that emotion. Let's say you feel guilt. Guilt, you might notice you're looking down, head will be down. You might feel a sense of emptiness inside. If you feel abandoned, that falls in the category of sad, then you might notice you're curled up or scrunched up. You might feel that sense of curling, hiding even in a curl, but that might be that's the sensation that often shows up when we feel abandoned. And I love this not only, I mean, I do this with my clients, but I love this for my kids. I have this pillow in my office, in my chair, and kids will come in my office when I'm just doing kind of like email busy work, and they'll go over and sit on my chair. I'll say, all right, what did you feel today? What did you notice in your body? And sometimes it helps when you ask your kid, like, what are you feeling? They're like, I don't know. A lot of times they don't have the language of all the emotions to answer that. So I love using the wheel, the sensation wheel, to help them find, what did your body do today? What are you noticing right now your body doing? Are you kind of feeling tight? Your hands tight, you feel a little like clenched a little bit. They can go around the wheel and just notice. Maybe they don't know what their body is doing. Maybe it is easier for some of your kids to notice the emotion on there. Well, I felt really angry today, right? And they're in that very middle circle. Well, look at all the different colors that go along with anger. Do you see another word there that resonates with you, right? And so you can help them follow and make the connection between the emotion that they're cognitively becoming aware of, then you're helping them connect that to the body. Since you all are going to be with your kids a lot, that's why I thought I'm going to give this pillow away. Maybe this is a great summer to teach emotional maturity, to help teach your children what you're learning about the importance of connecting your emotions to your body. This is crucial and fundamental part of being human, but being a healthy human. This process is also crucial because it taps into your body's innate ability to process and integrate experiences. I say that word intentionally, like it is your body's innate ability. Your body knows exactly how to process these emotions. What happens is that because of the world that we grew up in, because of the unhealthy and emotional, immature ways of coping in this world that we were taught, we're not trashing our ancestors, we're not trashing parents. This wasn't taught, right? That's why I love this work. So I'm passionate about this work. So I want to teach this work as much as I possibly can because this isn't being taught. Your body knows what to do. It was designed to know what to do with the emotions. What happens is that we avoid, resist, or react. We actually don't feel, and they get stuck, and then they don't move through. And then that's when we have chronic pain and illness, high cortisol levels, adrenals that are pumping too hard, organs that are working overtime because energy is being sucked from it, all the things, right? I talked a lot about this in that catabolic, anabolic energy episode. When we can connect the emotion to the sensation in the body, it does a couple of things. Number one, it increases your awareness and mindfulness. When you can identify how emotions manifest physically, like tightening in the chest with anxiety or heaviness in the heart with sadness, then you become more aware and mindful of your own emotional state. That's emotional maturity. And then this awareness is that first step, managing emotions effectively rather than letting them unconsciously drive the car. I've used that analogy so many times, but it's these emotions are going to get behind the wheel and just drive all over the place and try and drive you off a cliff sometimes with what it feels like. So when you have an increase of awareness and mindfulness around these emotions and the sensation in the body that's associated to it, then it slows that down. It doesn't feel so dangerous. You can manage these emotions a little bit better. It won't cause that flooding that a lot of us are worried about. I hear this a lot when I'm doing brain spotting sessions. It's like, oh, I'm worried that if we start processing, it's going to be a flood and it's going to be all over the place. And that fire hose of emotions is just going to take everybody out. Well, first of all, one thing I love about brain spotting modality is that I know how to put some clamps on the fire hose so it doesn't come out all over the place. We're also learning how to be more in tune with the body, trusting that the body knows how to process all of this. The other thing that comes with this practice of emotional awareness and how it's showing up in your body is that sensations are always in the present moment. So when you start to focus on how anxiety, grief, sad, betrayal, frustration, anger, when you start to focus on how that's feeling in your body, then you're anchoring yourself to the here and now, which can be really helpful for those of you whose minds tend to dwell on the past, right? The past trauma or the future fear and the anxieties that come with that. This grounding can reduce the power that a lot of the distress, a lot of the ruminating thoughts, the distressful memories, worries, all of that. It can reduce. It can reduce that because you're coming back to the present moment. The other thing that this does is emotional regulation, right? When we link emotions to bodily sensations, it can help you regulate those emotions. This is that window of tolerance that I've talked about before. Rather than being hyper vigilant or hypo arousal, we are more regulated. Doesn't mean we're not feeling. Hear me? Don't hear me wrong. Doesn't mean emotional regulation doesn't mean we're not feeling negative emotions. It means we're actually understanding the physical cues of emotional responses that are then going to enable you to use those coping skills that you have been learning and hearing and listening and reading about that you have in your tool belt to help calm you down, bring you more into a state of tolerating them rather than trying to avoid, resist, or react to them. Trauma can cause emotions to become so stuck and suppressed, as I think all of you are very aware of. That's also why I'm very passionate about this kind of work, this somatic healing work. I'm watching it do wonders in my work. It's like, this is the secret sauce. Like, this is what I think a lot of us have been missing in our healing journey is this somatic work. So when you connect with these emotions to the physical sensations, it can help unlock, process these feelings, a lot of the shock residue that came when you had your trauma. How many of you can relate to disassociation? How many have you been told that you disassociate? How many of you just know, oh my gosh, I'm disassociate all the time? Well, guess what? Doing this can help you from that disassociation that is absolutely linked to trauma. It's a defense mechanism. When you feel disconnected from your body or your emotions, it's really, really common because that felt too dangerous. It was maybe too dangerous to feel in that moment of trauma. And I think all of you can relate to that as well. But when we don't re regulate and then process that experience that made us fight, flight, or freeze, then that's what happens when then it can get stuck. And now when you reconnect to your physical sensations, then you start to decrease these episodes of disassociation and you're going to start to feel more whole and present in your body. I was just doing a brain spot session and she processed some really painful things. I hear this actually a lot in my brain spot sessions where they're like, this is so painful. This is so hard. Yet we've created a setup that allows them to process this really hard pain where it's uncomfortable but not intolerable. They're leaning into this pain and they're able to do so and it's coming up. And, beforehand, a lot of the message is, well, I'm afraid to lean into the pain. I'm afraid to go there. I don't want to go there, Amie, because, and the answer to that question is wide range. It's like, I'm never going to stop crying or it's going to feel too painful. Like it just feels so intense. Like we're just not going to make it if we really let ourselves feel. But I got to tell you, like what just happened in my brain spot session, she processed some really hard stuff. A lot of hard things came up. She actually did feel like that sensation of throwing up. She had suppressed something really, really deep. It was coming up. It was coming up because through her throat, because it was a voice. It was a voice that she suppressed. As she let it move up and out, she felt the release and the relief. Did she feel happy, go lucky, positive, wanting to skip around? No. But did she feel free? Did she feel space in her body? Did she feel a little lighter? Yeah. It's usually filled with more space, more relief and release. They're able to hold the reality of why the pain and the hurt and the grief and the betrayal was there to begin with. They're able to tolerate it. That's the window of tolerance. Connecting your emotions to the body is so critical to your healing. Okay, there's my pitch. Just kidding. That is why I love this pillow. That is why I love this work. It is why I love teaching my children how to connect their emotions to their body. You can slip it in really sly, but this pillow is something that I think you're going to love. So how are you going to get this pillow? Well, I did this, I think last summer, maybe a couple summers ago, but here's how you're going to get the pillow. You're going to head over to Apple Podcast. And I know for those of you who might not have it, means you got to get it. Leave a review and you can change your name. You don't have to put your real name in there, but remember your tag name if you're creating a new one. But you're going to put a review and I'm going to collect all of the reviews and I'm going to put them on slips of paper, put them in a bucket, and I will video myself so that you all know I'm not cheating, but I will have, I don't know, Scott or Jackson to come and pull a name out of the bucket and I'm going to give away one of these pillowcases. I'll read the name. You got to listen to my episodes though, because I'll read that name that I pull in a future episode. So this is airing this is going to air on the 20th of May. I will be pulling a name on the 26th. That's a Sunday. Then there will be another bonus episode on the 27th of May that will announce the winner. When you hear your name or your tag name, whatever it's called, when you hear that, you're going to go to the link in the show notes and you're going to click that link and you're going to send me a message saying, hey, it's me. You're going to give me the pillow. Send me your address and I will send you this pillow. And you're going to have this pillow for the summer. You're going to help your kids start to emotionally regulate. Or you're just going to keep it in your bed, in your room and hug it. Whatever you want to do with this pillow. But that's what I want to give away for this summer. Doing it this way just kind of helps me being inundated with 1,000 emails. And plus, hey, we're going to get some followers out of this because I really also want this message of having an empowered divorce to go out to as many women as possible who are feeling unheard and unseen because they're going through divorce because of betrayal, trauma, and abuse. And they're trying to connect to other messages out there around divorce that have nothing to do with their experience. I want more women to know, like you are learning, that you are the creator of your life and that you can create the life that you want moving forward from such deep despair and betrayal and abuse. And you can do that because you can. Take care, everybody.
I was born to fly and spread these wings and find my own. I am coming home. Today was made to dream that anything can be my own. I have found my home. Today will be the day it all will change. Nothing, no one's in my way. Today will be the day.